video package that we just saw detailing the long rivalry between these two competitors. The phenomenal AJ Styles, the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe. But if you think about it, Don, in the previous matchups between these two, it's been a little bit different. Phenomenal AJ Styles, but I like what they said. They said Styles and Joe, they are TNA wrestling.
And his opponent from American Samoa, the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe.
You know, watching that package, and it said they are TNA wrestling. They are the future of TNA wrestling, and we've seen them so long. You know, they're the future of professional wrestling. These guys are so good. And it just, anytime you know you're going to get to see Joe and AJ in the same ring, you know you're going to see something that you don't get to see much. And I mean, this is the kind of matchup that you'll travel thousands of miles to see. And one day you're going to see these two, and it's going to be for all the marbles. It's going to be for the World Championship. I just know that one day, and think about that level. But right now, it's about pride. It's about making a statement. And it's about two of the best that TNA has ever seen.
And it's about opening the eyes of TNA management as well, because you know that Jim Cornette has got 20/20 vision. He's watching this matchup, totally focused on this to see who prevails here, Samoa Joe and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Their styles are so different. The phenomenal AJ Styles earned that nickname, folks, because he'll do things that make your jaw drop. And then you'll see Joe and that force and that strength and that attitude. It's like nothing you've ever seen in a ring before.
Feeling out process that we anticipated quickly turns into an offensive flurry by Samoa Joe that's punctuated, first by the back body drop, and then he uses his leg power and leg strength to sweep the legs of AJ Styles and take him down.
Man, I'll tell you what, he caught AJ Styles flat and square in the knee.
I thought so.
I mean, you could just see it. It's one of those things when it happens, and you don't like to watch it, but AJ's obviously doing okay as he just hits it with a few shoulder blocks right after one after another.
Series of shots in the corner, but Samoa Joe still able to reverse, shoot AJ off, and then drill him with a kick.
And that is amazing that a man that size can hit you with a kick, not only that high, but that fast. It's just out of nowhere. It's almost like watching Senshi sometimes with 100 more pounds on him.
Yeah, but to me, that's been the thing that has always taken Samoa Joe in the class of, say, the super heavyweights.
That's right.
Those wrestlers that are near the 300-pound mark. That's always the thing that has separated Samoa Joe from everybody else.
Well, AJ Styles there took one right out of the playbook and chopped his legs out from underneath him, and look at that agility. But he didn't land well, and that hurt him. That hurt him. And Joe used it to his advantage.
Sweeped him with the leg, and AJ went directly through the rope.
You gotta be kidding! Is he gonna go through? He does! He goes right through and knocks him right over the rail. Oh man, that's what this is about when Joe and AJ meet each other, and the crowd knows it. The crowd can feel it.
Little elbow suicida there. Yeah, suicide elbow as part of the suicide dive from Samoa Joe, and AJ Styles goes flying over the guardrail, and Joe's gonna try and bring him back inside the guardrail, but AJ countered from outside from the crowd and dropped Joe down right across the steel, then tries to spring. He tried to spring off that steel guardrail, but Joe took him high into the air and dropped him down on the apron.
I was gonna say, that's what makes AJ so good, is he kind of played possum a little bit and forced Joe to come over there, and he was able to come back, but Joe realized he made a mistake, and then when he saw his opportunity, he just used that strength on AJ. They know each other so well, and they have such contrasting styles. You just gotta watch, because it's when one sees an opening, they'll take it and they'll do something magnificent.
Samoa Joe attempting to suplex AJ Styles from the apron back into the ring, but you saw how AJ was able to block it, hooking the ropes. Joe rocks him with a pair of rights, a third one to the jaw, sends Styles down to the floor.
He just couldn't hold on any longer. I mean, sometimes you think about it, he maybe should have let go after the first one, where he could have caught his, oh, wait a minute, what's he complaining about? That he hit his elbow against the guardrail. We've seen this before, so you don't know what to think with the AJ Styles. And look at Joe, he's coming right down there.
Yeah, you're right, the referee, Andrew Thomas, gonna try and get in between these two. Well, I think he really hit his elbow flush on that guardrail, Don, right here in front of us. Joe's gonna toss AJ back in. You're right, the referee checking on his condition.
Oh, wait a minute, now he's trying to push Joe away as he's trying to look to see how the arm is. Oh, and then he takes a shortcut and pokes him. Joe had it now.
You're right.
He knew it. Andrew Thomas is the one that got fooled right there.
Oh, you're right. It's that same crap that we've seen from Styles here on several occasions.
I mean, he's cried wolf so many times.
Feigning the injury and then turning it around on Samoa Joe.
Look at Joe. He's just thinking, if you're going to go this route, then you're going to pay it. Oh, do you see the force with which he threw him in the rail? Man alive, you can feel that all the way here.
Yeah, now he's got the chair.
Oh, no. I mean, to think that AJ was going to try to play that stunt. Oh, Joe's going to kill you. That's right. You don't make this guy mad.
Haven't seen this for a while. They're chanting Olay at the impact zone, and as Joe goes to give him the big boot and kick him out of the chair, AJ gets up and connects with the quote. See?
That's how I do.
Well, he'll surprise you. That's what makes the guy so incredible.
That's what I am.
I mean, he was sitting there. Joe thought he had him for the slaughter. Joe thought that was the end of it. AJ Styles took a few beatings, and he waited until Joe exposed himself, and then he spun around and clotheslined the hell out of him.
And now rolls him into the ring and totally in control now of this one-on-one matchup. But Joe gets back up to his feet, gonna reel off rights and lefts, series of rights, springing off the ropes. Here comes the Samoan.
Oh, what a drop kick. You could see Joe, his momentum was trying to stay on his feet, and then he just fell back. You can't fight it sometimes. And now the shot by AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, and he is. I mean, he just set Joe up. He let Joe take a few shots, and then when he saw his, and now look at this, all AJ, Professor.
Clothesline outside, drop kick inside has turned the complexion of this match in the favor of the phenomenal AJ Styles. Attempt there at the crossface while Joe is tied up and trying to get his way back up to his feet in the ropes, and AJ follows up in the corner. Forearm shot, rocks Joe, and you can see how weary the Samoan Submission Machine is as he tries to regroup and tries to fight back.
Well, he does, and he's doing it with rights, but you saw AJ just steady that back leg and throw the right, but oh!
Inverted atomic drop.
But look at AJ. Oh, and then Joe lands on his backbone, and AJ with the spin kick and hits him hard.
Hear the thud as it made contact with the side of the head of Samoa Joe. On target with that kick.
One,
cover, two.
No, not enough. Not enough, but you got to give AJ credit. He spun that around perfectly. And when you can drop somebody the size of Joe like that, you hit it hard.
Oh, and you hear the thud when the contact was made with that boot, with that kick. Reverse chinlock variation here by Styles, but Joe just contorts and turns his body around. AJ answers with a couple of right hands to the side of the head, and Joe gonna try and fight back out of the corner. First the chop, then the series of rights. One after the other.
And he's just measuring them, but he's just, it's like Joe just can't get that strong blow, and AJ Styles takes a few of them and then sets himself up.
Springing back is Styles off the middle rope, caught by Joe, who takes him up and overhead, released.
Man, I mean, look at the way AJ Styles landed on that head. I mean, you talk about some serious injury. Samoa Joe able to use that strength and break things up, but he's still wore out, and he's got to find a way to get to his feet.
Both men down. Referee Andrew Thomas puts in the count. He's at 5. AJ back up to his knees as well as Joe, and now both men meet in mid-ring.
One shot after the other as Joe gives him some, and now you see AJ, and now it's Joe taking a few shots to give some as he hits him with 4 rapid repeated elbows, but then you see the shortcut by AJ Styles.
Breaks the eyes, sticks his fingers right into the sockets of Samoa Joe, who comes back, inverted atomic drop, and now off the ropes. AJ went for the kick, Joe did as well, and Samoa Joe suplexes him overhead.
Oh, and then he drops right on his back, right on top of him.
Senton pin.
1, 2.
No.
AJ sends a message, though, getting that shoulder up quickly, so there's no doubt about it.
Joe drops that 300 pounds right down across your chest, right down across your midsection, takes all the air right out of his opponents, and AJ down in the corner, but Joe is relentless here, but cheap shot by Styles. Used the trunks of Samoa Joe to fling him into the corner.
Well, that's the AJ Styles we see now, the one that we didn't see. Oh,
snap it!
A slam!
Pin.
1, 2, oh, he gets his shoulder up, and man, Joe was waiting for that.
Mid-ring snap slam by Samoa Joe leads to, amazingly, only a 2 count on Styles.
Now you can see Joe now, he's feeling it, he's getting a little momentum. It's the Joe that we remember with these two guys. It's the incredible great matchups. Now Joe gonna try to take him up high. and use that strength, but AJ goes for the Pele, and he hits him with the Pele right on the top of the head.
You're right, not only goes for it, but connects. Caught him with the kick out of nowhere. Joe unsuspecting. Joe's weary, has no idea that AJ's behind him.
Oh, and he hits that flying forearm. He hits it with a 41, 2. Joe gets it up just in time.
Great strategy by Styles, especially when he has him rocking, when he has his back turned to him to spring off. You're right, flying forearm shot, drilled him in the back of the head, but AJ not able to put Samoa Joe away.
Well, AJ Styles knows had an incredible game plan. Of course, he's taken some cheap shots here and there, but he's been able to kind of keep the advantage. I think the momentum for the most part. But then you see Joe in that power, you know he can turn it around in a second.
Styles from the middle rope. Gonna go inverted DDT, but Joe reverses with a snapmare.
Look at AJ trying to set the legs up and then the right. AJ just can snap off a hard right, and now he goes and he hits the inverted DDT.
Thing of beauty, pin.
1, 2, oh, he gets the shoulder up just in time.
Like him or hate him, you have to appreciate the athletic excellence of the phenomenal AJ Styles, because he was so close to getting the pinfall, the victory, after connecting, yes, with that inverted DDT.
Oh yeah, there's just no quit in him, and that's what makes AJ Styles the guy that he is, the champion that he is. Another hard, wicked right. He's not afraid to throw him right at Joe.
Back out to the middle of the ring. Well, I don't know. Can he get Joe up for the Styles Clash? Not at this point. Reversed overhead with a roll-up instead.
Oh, he wants to try to beat him the Styles Clash. But look at the strength of the legs of Joe. No, now he's got him up high. Oh, wow.
Dropped him on his head.
2.
Pin.
Oh, I thought it was over. Unreal. He was able to get the shoulder up, man. Joe crushed him.
What a battle between these two here at Sacrifice, with Samoa Joe now being in control, at least for the time being. A rock. Styles shot off. He's barely on his feet, but sidesteps him, steps out of the way, and flings Joe to the floor.
He did. He just was able to use that speed and quickness, and he saw, wait a minute, Joe, to see.
When he hit the floor, Don.
Yeah, you could hear it.
You sure could.
It was almost like a snap. I mean, it was a weird sound, wasn't it? It was just a weird sound. And
he didn't have a chance to brace himself. Styles slid out of the way, sidestepped him, moved, and then Samoa Joe went out to the floor, and you're right, you heard the same thing I did.
Samoa Joe, which has had knee trouble in the past, and it's always a factor when he's in there that it can happen. He's just so warrior-like, but he's going to get up to his feet, and now you know how bad it's hurting, and he's just going to get back in there.
That's the key. You can see him favoring it as he rolls back in just to avoid being counted out here, and look at Styles. Look how happy Styles is that Samoa Joe has been injured.
Well, referee Andrew Thomas knows the history of Joe's leg, and he's trying to get it out. Look at Styles trying to wrench on it. And he spun around and took a kick right to the face as Joe set him up. Oh, look at him though, limping over. Oh, and he falls down.
He just went down in a heap.
God, I thought maybe it went. He was playing possum, but he can't. He's saying, stop it.
You can hear him screaming. You can hear him screaming, saying, oh no. And you're right, Don, and the crowd here realizes.
You can hear the quiet.
The severity.
Oh, going for the spiral death, but he misses. And Joe gets it. He was playing possum the whole time. Oh, he got it at his own game. Oh, that's awesome.
Get him, Joe. Get him, Joe. Put his ass away.
I bought into it when he fell that last time. I thought that was it, and now look at this. Joe's got him mentally. Joe's got him physically, and I don't know if AJ can stand it.
Rear naked choke. Kakina clutch in. Kakina clutch suplex. Took him overhead. Hit him.
1, 2, done.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe.
He beat him in his own game, just like Don West said. He turns the tables on AJ Styles, who bought in hook, line, and sinker.
Unbelievable move right there by Samoa Joe as he was able to take him.